Can't believe I'm doing another one. Episode 8, making it relatable. Let's hang out and just talk about stuff as we usually do. And still no views. I can't believe not even one single view. This is going to be, mind you, it's not that many. If I think about it, it's really not that many uh, posts I've put up. I mean, it's only going to be the eighth one. So, but the fact that I haven't gotten one single view off of one of my posts so far, when there's been 8 of them, I don't know, it's surprising to me, but maybe it shouldn't be that surprising. Maybe this is normal. Maybe this is just how it goes. Maybe it has nothing to do with me or the content. Perhaps that's just part of the process of YouTube. I mean, I don't know. I have no, I will not claim to know anything. I have no access to any YouTubers or any information on YouTube, or sorry, about YouTube or about how many videos it takes to even get a view, what it takes to get views. And like I mentioned in the last video, I'm unmotivated to try to figure it out. All I'm motivated to do is just put up content, and um, I'm not going to claim that the content is even all that great. You know, I don't think there's anything particularly special about the content that I'm putting out. All I know is that I'm just going to try to put out content and see what happens. It's just an experiment for me, really, because I don't have enough going on in my life. That's the main thing. I just don't. Um, I used to be teaching a lot more, and it seems that, well, that's just not happening. Uh, I don't understand why. I really don't. I'm just doing my thing, and I'm just going to continue doing what I do. And I guess however it works out is how it works out. Perhaps it's just too passive. I don't know. I have no idea. I know that my buddy that's I know he's teaching something quite a bit different than me, but the fact that I'm teaching music online, which I've been teaching music for 19 years. He's teaching martial arts. He's been teaching martial arts for a long time. I don't know exactly how long he's been doing martial arts for, but it's been it's been a while. It's been a little while. He had a dojo, and well, now he doesn't anymore because of, well, a lot of different things. One, COVID, but that was sort of, tipped him right over the edge. He was already going on a huge downhill trend because his partner was not helping the business. Uh, that was a big part of it, but I think it's also just difficult. It's difficult to run a business, like a brick and mortar business. It's very difficult. It sounded like they had a decent amount of students, but he was obviously not happy with the way things were going with his partner. He was putting the blame on his. It sounded like he was putting the blame on his partner most of all. I don't know. I don't know the details. I think that if there's two people involved in something, then he should be taking some of the blame for whatever was going on. But it sounded like he was trying to be active and do things to help bring his business to where it should be, but he wasn't able to do it for whatever reason, whether it was him, his partner, both of them, whatever it is, just wasn't happening. COVID hit, went bankrupt, and he got into online teaching like me, and he's done amazing. He's done amazing. I'm proud of him. He's done fantastic, and I hope he continues to do well. He's doing way better than me, and that's great. And I've asked him to try and get an idea of what he's doing compared to me. I'm sure there's got to be some huge differences. Sure, it's the content as well, absolutely makes a difference, but I'm sure there are some other differences as well. But in any case, business is very slow in that way, and I am not generating business in other ways that I could be. I do have my podcast on Spotify, which is great, which I enjoy, which is vastly different to what I'm doing here. And it has to be. I mean, that podcast, I have guest speakers in there. It's run by an organization, so I'm just the host for it. So I don't have really any say in terms of the direction of the podcast, and that's easy. That's fine. I'm actually totally 100% okay with that. I'd much rather that. I'd much rather just show up, I do the hosting, and then I go. To me, it's just keeps it very, very simple. I enjoy that quite a bit. Uh, I'd like to eventually, I mean, who knows if I even get a view on this. So if I don't even get any views on any of the stuff that I'm posting up, well, then obviously this channel is going to go absolutely nowhere. But, if somehow it gets views, even just a few views, I think it would be nice to have some people on to uh, have a little bit of back and forth talking to some topics that are related to some of the things that I post up. I think that'd be kind of cool. That'd be really cool to do. I think there'd be a lot of things that there's a lot of ideas I have with this channel that I'd like to see come about, but none of them are possible without views. None of them. So that's the first step, really, is just getting views. Just getting like one view. That's the first step. Just getting one single view. I can't even get that. But who knows? Maybe it takes like putting up 100 videos until you get a view when you're just starting from absolute scratch, when you're starting from absolute nothing. So that's part of this too. I'm kind of just interested to see, geez, if I can start from absolute nothing and get even just one view, I think that'd be great up to this point, because since I've done 8 videos, and well, this would be the eighth video. Since this is the eighth video and I haven't gotten one view, I think if I can get one unique view from anybody, even if the person views for like 2 seconds and they never view my content ever again, fine. They don't view any more than 2 seconds of one of the videos that I post up. I think, you know what, fine. That to me is already a win in itself. It really is, because compared to where I'm at now, that's like 100% gain right there. Because right now there's nothing, like nothing, absolute nothingness, which is, yeah, which is just interesting to me to be in that state. But I guess, you kind of have to start from that. You got to start from nothing. To me, that just makes sense. That seems logical. You got to start from absolute nothingness. And then from there, you can build. So I guess, that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do here. I'm just going to, you know, I'm posting up this video. Like I've said before, I don't know if I'll ever post another one ever again for the rest of my life. I know I've said the last few times, but for some reason, I'm still motivated to do it. I'm a pretty unmotivated guy. I think I'm a pretty lazy, pretty unmotivated, um, like just want to figure out the easy way out of everything kind of guy. And I'm still doing this. So the fact that I'm still doing this, I think is kind of interesting to me. Kind of interesting that I'm showing myself that for whatever reason, I guess I have in the back of my mind that it's worth it to do. So we'll just see. We'll just see. Um, Perhaps the worth of it is just coming from the fact that uh, I am doing something with my time that at least gives me a sense that I'm doing something productive. I don't know how productive it actually is. I have no idea. I have no idea if this is worth my time or not, but I'm just doing it anyways, because it's like, what else am I gonna do with my time? I've been spending a lot of time sending out resumes, um, trying to figure out if I should maybe re-educate myself in some way, thinking about other ideas entrepreneurially. Um, Nothing is really doing anything right now. Um, so we'll just see. We'll just see. And in the meantime, I'm just going to keep taking it day by day. I was going to um I was going to play a little video games with my buddy D's. So I usually play PUBG with them like pretty much every single day. We'd play PUBG together. But I decided I'm not going to do that at the moment. Maybe after I'm done putting this video together, then I'll play with them a bit. if he's around. He usually goes to work on Thursdays by 2 o'clock his time. He's in California. I'm here in Toronto. So if he's around, then I'll play with him a bit. But yeah, it just kind of sucks to not kind of sucks. It does. It flat out sucks to have so little going on. I want to have more, not a lot more. I don't need a lot more going on, but a bit more, just a bit. A bit more would be nice. Just a bit more going on in terms of income stream, in terms of my income streams. Because right now it's just not sufficient. It's not to be able to live again on my own. There's no way. There's absolutely no way I'll be able to live on my own and be able to be okay living on my own with the amount of income I'm making at the moment. It's just going to be impossible, especially in Toronto. I was thinking about Thailand. It sounds like it'll be potentially more complicated than what it's worth to try to move somewhere like that. But I mean, it sounds nice. If I could figure out the visa issue, that'd be cool. That'd be pretty cool. If I could figure out the visa issue, then I would seriously consider just going to Thailand and looking and just seeing what it's like there to start with. I would consider it. I don't even know if I would, I don't know if I could say I would seriously consider it, but I would consider it more. But right now, I have a buddy that went to Thailand a while back, and he said it's great. He loves it. He loved it. And he would love to move there and be there permanently. He said it's a little challenging with the visas at the moment because you're only allowed to be there in the country for like 30 days, and then you got to be out of the country, and then you can come back, and you got to be out. And so I wouldn't want to do that every 30 days. It'd be a pain in the butt to live like that permanently. But yeah, we'll just see what happens. Right now, I'm just kind of in limbo. I'm just in a state of complete limbo. I have no clue what's going on with me work wise. I have no clue what's going on with me in terms of career development. I have absolutely no idea. And I'm trying to make the most of it. I'm trying to just appreciate what I do have. There are days where it's super hard. There are days where it's so hard to do that, where I'm just down and out and totally unable to get myself in a positive headspace at all. And then there are days where I'm more neutral and days where I have like a little bit more of an excited feeling. But it's just a complete state of limbo right now. But I'm thankful to have I have an awesome tenant that's taking care of my condo, and he's taking care of the rents, no problem, and don't have to worry about rent at all with that guy. It's great. And he's very respectful and clean. It's good. It's really good. And still have this cough. I still have this cough, but it's not as bad as it was yesterday and the day before. I don't have the headache that I was having before. So maybe it wasn't COVID. Maybe it was COVID. I have no idea. I shouldn't actually say that word, should I? I have no idea if I should be saying that word. Maybe it doesn't matter because I have nobody that views my channel anyways. So whatever. I try to say the vid instead. But in any case, all seems to be okay in that area. And I'm just trying to, like I said, keep that positive outlook and stay focused on doing some things that could potentially have a positive outcome. I mean, I think that posting up like this on YouTube could only potentially have a positive outcome. I don't think that, I mean, there's negative that can come with everything. I've learned that. That's for sure. There's definitely negative that can come with anything. But I think there's more a chance of positive coming out of posting up here on YouTube. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I have no idea. I just kind of hope it's worth it. And I've been spending also a lot of time still on these dating apps. I don't really, I kind of, I'm pretty neutral about it. And I know that there's no chance I'm ever going to get myself involved intimately with anybody uh, for a very long time. I would like to say forever. I would love to be able to just say that I won't ever get involved with anybody intimately again for the rest of my life. And I'd like to be able to do that. And I'm also I'm trying not to make promises that about anything because I have a hard time with promises. I do. When it comes to making promises to myself. When I make promises to other people, I'm typically pretty good at, I'd say like 95% of the time I follow through with it. Even if as I'm doing it, I'm like, geez, I can't believe I promised to do this thing. I just follow through and I do it anyways. But when it comes to myself, yeah, I let myself off the hook a lot more because I'm willing to let myself down than other people. I don't like letting other people down, but I'll let myself down, which isn't good. It's not good to let yourself down. I know that. So that's why I'm not going to make promises to myself. I'm just not going to do it. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm just going to do what I do and see what happens. And that's it. And that's why I say originally when I made this channel, if you look at my first couple of videos, I was thinking, I'm going to talk about sort of like my personal development stuff. And I quickly, within 2 videos, I was like, I don't really want to do that anymore. I made the promise to myself that I would post a video every single day. I think that was the original promise. And I quickly turned on that. That's me. That's like the epitome of who I am. I'll do that for sure. So if I don't make a promise and it's open-ended, then I can do whatever I want. And it seems easier to just, then I have choice. I'm not forced to do it. I can just do whatever I feel like doing at any point. I could post another video. I could not post another video. It doesn't matter. I never promised anything. And we'll just see what happens. It's much more open-ended. And perhaps it's just what I need. Perhaps it's just what I need. Maybe that's, me getting to know myself. This is also part of I believe as well, because I do a lot of personal development with people. I help a lot of people through all kinds of, it's interesting because I help a lot of people through a lot of different things. And I mean, I've made some people wealthy. I made some people like seriously wealthy. Like I brought some people out of nothingness. Like they had nothing going on for them. And I brought them out of that. Some people that will never show appreciation for it, that don't know how. Some people that are appreciative, but some people that are just despicable people that they got what they wanted from me and then they're like, okay, don't need you anymore. They had the mentality that they did it all themselves, when in fact I helped them. But it's okay. You know what? It's fine. I don't need the recognition. Some people I have to like force the recognition out of them because they're just not that type of person to give recognition, to show appreciation, to show like true appreciation. And then some people who are just naturally appreciative. But that's fine. It's fine. It's not fine, But anyways, back to what I was saying, because I do this personal development stuff, part of the personal development I do is helping people who are maybe struggling emotionally, psychologically with stuff. I tell them to surround themselves with people who will lift them up, who will encourage them, who will motivate them, who will bring positivity into their life. And I have a good amount of that. I have a good amount of that. I mean, I could use a lot more. I could definitely use a lot more. And I guess this is sort of the attempt at that. This is partially the attempt at me putting this out. I think to myself that maybe there's a chance, maybe, and I could be so wrong. I've been wrong about so many things before. But I'm thinking maybe there might be a chance that if I post this stuff out there and I just allow the opportunity for the world to know, when I say the world, I don't mean like the whole world. I mean, just it's out there for the world to know. It's out there for, it's possible for anybody in the world who has an internet connection. It's just possible. It's sort of like what I'm trying to do is I'm almost taking a, it's like a message in a bottle kind of idea. I'm just taking this message, I'm putting it in a bottle, and I'm throwing it across the ocean of the internet and seeing where it lands. And part of me is just hoping that it lands in the hands of people, or even just one person who's like super positive and motivating and who will be good to have in my life. That doesn't mean like, you know, intimately in my life or very personally in my life, but just in my life in some way where, you know, they're just out there, even if they just view it and then that's it. That person's still in my life in a way. So that's the way that I look at this. Just like a message in a bottle. It's a kind of like The Police, that Police song, Message in a Bottle. That's such a good song. I love The Police, by the way. They're such a good band. Yeah, man. One of my favorite bands, The Police. I love how The Police can take like a really happy sounding song, really happy sounding melodies, but the lyrics are so sad. Not all the time, but a lot of times it's like that. It's kind of cool. Anyways, sidetracked. That's my ADD kicking in. So that's what I was thinking. Yeah, one other thing that happened that I thought would be kind of cool is I've been thinking it'd be kind of neat to be able to take all the personal development that I do and run a bunch of just free seminars, just 100% free seminars to people, just to be helpful, to put my content out there, to see if it will help people, and also to build my audience a little bit more and build my reputation a little bit more. Anyway, so I was thinking about doing seminars like that and trying to find somebody who would be able to promote those seminars. I was thinking about doing that a little bit, but I'm kind of getting away more and more from the idea of asking people flat out if they could do things, because I think that people are much more reluctant to do things that they're asked to do versus when they are seeking to do it. When you're seeking something out, oh, this is a phone call I got to take. We're gonna have to cut this, or maybe I'll just stop this for now and I'll post up another video. Okay, we'll post up another part to this. I gotta take this call.